Hi everyone, I am back. I am making a second version of this pants. I did it a couple years back, but I don't recall recording it. I think I only recorded the installation of the fly front zipper. So I'm going to make this another project again and do a second version of this. So we have 5 pieces here, 12 a front, 13 a pocket, 14 a back, 15 tab, 16 a waistband. Okay, and the layout that we'll be using is this one. So this is the front, the pocket, the waistband, the tabs twice, and the back. Alright, so this is what I have so far. This is the front all the way up there. This is the pocket. This is the waist. I've adjusted a little bit here for my waist. And here we have the tab, which we'll have to do a second one in here. Okay. And there's a tissue for the back. Once I've cut this out, I'll move on to the other end of the fabric there. This is a kind of a royal blue, not fully royal blue, but almost. So, gonna get the cutting. Alright, so pieces are cut. I'm starting off with the front, piece number 12, and we're just gonna do the darts on the front first. Okay, so the dart is in. This is the left front piece. It's a small dart right here. I'm gonna press this towards the center. That's the zip part. And I have the pockets all pinned. These are quite a lot of pins. So this is the slant of the pocket. So I'm gonna hem that and then flip it to the front of to the front, and then I'm gonna edge stitch and top stitch so that you'd have a nice side pocket here, and do that for the other front piece as well. Okay, so once I pocket in, the other one in as well. So now it's time to work on the fly, the zip in the center. And I already have a video for that, so I'll leave a link for you. Alright, so we have another set of darts on the back pieces. Right, it's a small dart here. This is the wrong side. I'm going to press it towards the center, the crotch seam. This is the crotch curve here. So this is the right back dart, and over here is the left back piece, and the dart is in as well. So the darts are in the two back pieces here. Okay, this is the right side, this is the wrong side. So we have two back darts, and then I have put both right sides together, and I am going to do the back crotch. Alright, so by now you should know I have a habit of pinning around the seams lines. I don't pin crossways, so I have that habit and will continue to do so. Sometimes I pin crossway, but most times I do around the seam lines. So I'm going to stitch the crotch seam now. Okay, next step. Alright, so I have the seam in, and then I flip it over to the right side. I'm not sure how much of this you're seeing because the thread is color coordinated, but I top stitched again to reinforce the crotch seam all the way down. So that will be the entire back all the way for the back crotch. So that just helps to reinforce the seam. Okay, so from the crotch seam I have now stitched the inner seam. That's the inner leg seam on both sides, right, all the way down to the hem of the pants. And this is the wrong side you're looking on. I'm going to flip it and top stitch to reinforce the leg seams, and then I'm going to stitch the outer seam. Okay, so This is the inseam that was done, and I have just finished pinning the outer seam or the side seam. This is the waistband, but we're not there yet. So basically what I've done is pin the side seam in the seam so that I can actually try it on and adjust it for fit before stitching. And then I'm going to neaten up, because this particular fabric is fray, it's woven, has a lot of fray, so the edges need to be neatened up either with a serger or a zigzag stitch. So neaten up on the inside. This is the wrong side you're actually looking at. So we're moving on to the side seam. Then we'll have the hem to do. So while I'm fitting, I'm gonna check and see what spot I have to turn up the hem at, because I'm tall, so I usually cut it a little bit longer and then adjust afterwards. And then I will attach this waist piece there. So we're getting there. So the waistband is interfaced and pinned. I'm going to stitch in the seam allowance there in preparation for turning it up and under, and then I'll have the waistband in. So that's what I'm about to do now. Okay, so I finished stitched it all the way around, and then I trimmed it to about 3/8. And what I'm gonna do now is it's actually on already. To close off the ends, I'm going to put this back on itself, just at the edge here, or just a little tiny bit past it. Okay, and then I'm gonna stitch up here, close off the ends, and be able to turn it out like that. When I turn it out, I'll be pressing up these seams into the waistband, and I will be folding it over the seams right there, and then we'll have the waistband in place. Okay, so I can either slip stitch, but I think what I'm gonna do is top stitch right along the edge, and maybe at the top there as well. And once it's done, I'll show you. We'll have the finished waistband. This would have been closed off here, and this will be going around all the way past the pockets, the entire waist actually. So that's where we're at. Okay, so I've trimmed down the ends, snip a little at the edge here, and it's easy to just turn it out. Okay, pull that out, and there you have it. That's the waistband. I turned out the other edge already. Here it is, and so you have a nice end for your band. So now we're gonna finish up the inside. We're gonna stitch it down. All the way around. Okay. And we'll have it closure here. The pattern calls for hook and eye, but I might just do a button hole here to hold it, and we're finished. Except for the hem, I'll just hem that and we are all done.